What if I told you that you could stay at a traditional Japanese ryokan, complete with multiple hot springs baths, for $30 a night? Welcome to Osawa Onsen in Hanamaki, Iwate. Hi, this is Quinlan. I'm here at Osawa Onsen in Hanamaki. So Osawa Onsen is located in the Minami Onsenkyo. The Minami Onsenkyo, or Southern Hot Springs area, is a string of hot springs ryokan along the Tojiya River as it comes from deep in the mountains to join the Kitakami River in Hanamaki. And Osawa Onsen, of course, like many hot springs, claims it goes back 1,200 years to when the great general Sakanoue Tomuramaru was fighting with the Emishi here. But that's a really common thing. They all have this legend about how the great warrior was injured in battle and he found this hot springs baths. When he stood up out of the bath, he saw that his wound had healed. I swear, like, there's gotta be like 20 different places around Tohoku that all have that as their founding story of the bath. In terms of actual history, Osawa Hot Springs dates back to the late Edo period. Most of this building that I'm in here now and part of the main building goes back about 200 years. Back before this was Iwate, this was Nambu clan, and they used to come here from time to time. Within Osawa Hot Springs, there's several different places. One of them being the really expensive Sansuikaku, another being the now temporarily closed Kikusuikan, and this is the Tojiya. Now the Tojiya used to be called the Jisuibu, so let me teach you a couple of Japanese words. One is Toji. In this case, Toji implies staying at a hot springs bathing facility for an extended period of time. Usually you would do that to heal from an injury of some kind or to treat a chronic condition. People in Japan really believe in the therapeutic properties of hot springs, and so people would come here to do that. Now, Jisuibu, what it used to be called, and it still is that, implies that you cook for yourself. To jisui suru is to cook for yourself. And so it has this great kitchen with little machines where you can put 10 yen into a machine and turn on the flame. And so it's got frying pans, chopsticks, everything you need pretty much except for the cooking materials and oil and maybe some seasonings which you'd have to bring so that you can cook for yourself. Of course, if you want, there is also a fantastic place to eat. It's called Yahagi. It's like a little restaurant, almost izakaya, that's open till 9:30 or 10 here. And so you can come with no meals included, $30 US plan, eat like you're eating out at a restaurant, but it's right in this building, and it's this beautiful wood facility area with really good, inexpensive meals. And then either make yourself pancakes or something for breakfast. You can order rice and miso or some traditional breakfast, again, in Yahagi, but you have to order that in advance. What I love about this hot springs is that it's rustic and old, and at night, I can't film very well because it's so dark, but you're going down this maze of hallways with light coming out from between these shoji paper doors. And the hot springs water here really is fantastic. It's a pH 9, I just checked that, and it's so soft and smooth on your skin. It's just wonderful. And one thing I do not smell here is sulfur. There is no smell of sulfur here whatsoever. And so it's one of those hot springs you can go to without advertising for the next like 36 hours to everyone around you that you just went to a hot springs, like it is if you've been to a sulfur bath. It just permeates everything. Not so here at Osawa. This is the view you largely have when you're bathing. This nice mountainside here along the Tojiya River. This is the mixed outdoor open air bath, the rotemburo, as they say in Japanese. It is right here next to the Tojiya River, and across the river you can see the Kikusuikan, which is a thatched roof. So let me show you, this is my room. And unlike normal hot springs places, there is no genkan. You just leave your slippers right outside the door and step in. The rooms are simple, though there is a refrigerator, a TV, a fan heater, which is a kerosene-powered heater. Move my camera off the table. There is also a kotatsu. If you haven't experienced a kotatsu, you should. They're just wonderful for Tohoku in the winter. I'm gonna plug it in. Once you plug it in, you can turn it on
Oh, it already is on. This is the kanji for on. This is the kanji for off. So you turn it on, and what you have basically is a heater under a blanket. So you can sit, there's a little blanket under here, and look at this. You can sit underneath here, and you're nice and warm.
If you want privacy, this isn't exactly perfect for you. It's a very thin wall. In fact, I'll show you. This is the only barrier I have between me and the people walking through the hallway, so they could almost see inside here if they bent over and looked through this opaque glass. Smoking is allowed, and you get the same thing you do at a lot of places where you can, you have hot water. What do they give us here? Ah, a nice little tea set. Some sort of herbal tea or something in here. That's interesting. Little teapot, glasses. Not sure what this is. So you've got a rather simple set. Very rustic remote control for the TV here, but no, we're not gonna watch any TV tonight. In normal ryokan, they set the bed up for you, but in this case, you need to go in here and there is your bed set, and you set your own bed. Got 10 yen. Lighter. And there you go. So basically, to get it to turn on, you have to make sure you turn two places on. You turn this valve on here, and this valve on here, and you of course have to light it with one of these lighters they've got here. It's on a timer, so it'll run out in a minute. But anyways, no sense wasting gas, so we can turn it off here, and make sure when you're done, you also turn it off here. This is the off position. In the gift shop here, there's snacks, sweet treats, chips and such, as well as some local crafts. And while toothbrushes aren't included in the room, unless you pay extra for them, you can also buy them here. Various toiletries are available. And of course, local nihonshu. The bathrooms themselves are fine. They have men and women separated with urinals and all of the shower, toilet goodness that you would ever hope for. The way that the fee structure works is that there's a base price of, I believe it's as low as around $25 US, and then you pay like an extra $1 for a towel, an extra $1 or $2 for a furnace in the room, which you definitely want, an extra $1 or $2 for your sheets, and so it ends up being around $30 or just over $30 with all the little add-ins. But you do need to bring a few things that you don't bring to a normal hot springs. That being, you want to bring a toothbrush, you want to probably bring your own towel unless you don't mind spending $1 on the towel rental. If you want to get the most out of using the Tojiya, I really recommend that you bring some ingredients and cook yourself breakfast. Make French toast or pancakes or whatever it is you like to eat for breakfast in the kitchen here. They have all the pots and pans, plates, forks, knives, cutting boards, everything that you might want. You just need to bring, of course, the ingredients themselves. For dinner though, you could cook your own dinner, but I really do recommend you try out the Yahagi restaurant that they have in here. It's just delicious and really reasonably priced. You can see some of the dishes here they have at Yahagi, and the tempura is fantastic. If it's spring, they offer wild vegetables, and you really should try something that's called the kari kari gobo age. It looks like French fries, but it's actually a sort of lightly battered and deep fried burdock root, gobo, Japanese gobo, and it's so good. You gotta try it. I hope this has made you want to come and check out Osawa Hot Springs. Time to go. I'll see you on the trails.